My throat is numb, but that's from the gay bar. Should we start?
Play action, fakes it for pass end zone. Yes, touchdown.
Hi, and welcome back to a slightly softer Geno's Picks as Daddy nurses his voice back to its usual echoing timbre. And speaking of things healing, it looks like your finances are if you didn't quit on Daddy, like that fucking whore. Ooh, look at me, I'm apple picking with my fucking wife and child. Husband. I'm over it. After a stinker of an 0-4 week 6, Daddy has strung together a pair of 3-1 weeks over the past 2 weeks, and that's 75% against the spread. See, people will watch it without paying attention, and they'll think I'm 75% against the spread because you put the big 75 up, but I'm only 500, 16-16, and an even Steven at that. But how sweet would it be if we still had 16 losses after a perfect week 9? Well, let's find out, so let's get right to it, and I mean right to it. Because with the first pick, the Los Angeles Chargers are giving 1.5 to the Eagles in Philly. Am I angry? Yes. Am I overcompensating? Yes. But I am sorry. There is no reason for the Chargers to have lost to the Patriots last week. Well, other than Brandon Staley and his Justin Herbert-led offense shitting the bed, much to the glee of the Patriots fans that were all over SoFi Stadium. And let me say this. After watching my 4th game in L.A., fucking a pair at that soccer stadium and a pair this season at SoFi, I can say that of all of them, Patriot fans are the absolute worst. At least the 30 or so that were in my section were. Look, I'm not saying people from New England are assholes, but I'm starting to think the British threw the Revolutionary War. Excuse me, because they didn't want. They acted like they were fighting, but they didn't. Look, I'm just gonna tweet the next 3. I said I wasn't gonna get through that joke. Let me explain it again. My nephew will explain it. Okay. Look, I get it, New England. You took a break from being a dynasty to have a losing record last season, but you're not a feel-good story this season. You're a slightly above-average team with a legendary coach. But this is a game that, if the Chargers learn their lesson, and if sophomore QB Justin Herbert is the QB I believe him to be, then he spent the week in the film room studying all of his mistakes, and the Eagles won't be ready for him. Because if you Google NFL player getting up to speed this week, Henry Ruggs stole all the headlines. And just like the gal he ran into, Herbert will be on fire this weekend. Maybe that was. And by the way, I will not be there because the LA team is winless since they moved there every time I'm there in person. And yes, I appreciate the Jester bolts, but Daddy isn't blowing air for LA once a month to get fucked by you guys. Daddy gets ass. Take the bolts! I said it! And lay the one in the hook. Well, that's. Should I just give you my other 3 picks? Because it's not gonna. My next pick, the Vikings are getting 6 from the Ravens in Baltimore. Say what you want about the vaccine, but it has bonded me with a man I have shit on for so many seasons, Kirk Cousins. Sorry, Andrew, Kirk Cousins, Drew. And he didn't fail to disappoint once again this past Sunday night, losing to the Cowboys and backup QB Cooper Rush. And I don't mean just lost the cover. He lost the fucking game. He lost the cover that saw the line swing 6 points in a matter of moments when Dak Prescott was ruled out earlier in the day with a calf injury. It was the second biggest line drop of the week. The first being the EKG of the woman Henry Ruggs slammed into. They had 156 miles an hour. I couldn't even get to it. I'm kidding. By the time he hit her, he had slowed to 127 at the point of impact. I mean, the guy isn't an animal. Well, unlike that woman, Kirk Cousins loves rising from the ashes. The Frankie thing is why I'm going to hell. This is all afterfuck. And he does it best when, just like Ruggs, people aren't paying attention. The Ravens win this game, but Cousins, shall we do one more Ruggs joke? Comes speeding in from behind when no one is looking. Relax. Next week, all these jokes will be about him being in jail. Take the Vikes and the 6 you're getting. This is all I'm good at. Dick jokes. Karen, I saw you roll your eyes. That's hurtful. My next pick, the Cardinals are giving 1 to the Niners in San Fran. Jimmy Garoppolo is back, and that is great news for gamblers. Niner Nation's fans everywhere thought this return would be a shot in the arm for the team. Unfortunately, they didn't realize it would be exactly that, because all the team is doing by insisting on him is masking the fact that their team would be stronger in the future without that shot in the arm. Trey Lance is the future of this team, not Jimmy G, who's proving week in and week out that the team is weakened when he's in and better when he is out. See, I can be clever. I'm smart. We have time to get a shot. My sober coach left. Oh, she's in here. Fuck. Meanwhile, the formerly undefeated Cardinals have had 10 days to think about a loss that, while many people still are coming, AJ Green still has not. It's a picture of it. Take the Cards and the one they're laying in the pick'em. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday night, which is 2-0 the past 2 weeks. Steelers are giving 6 to the Bears on Monday Night Football. The Bears have the worst offense in the NFL. Of course, that's because they spent week 1 with Ryan Dalton and the 3 weeks before that in preseason with Justin Fields studying him. I'm not saying that was a waste of time, but here's a pic of Dalton giving some advice to Fields in the preseason. Hold on. It's a picture from the Squid Game. It's the old guy. All right. They saw it. What is a pocket passer going to teach a kid like Fields who is fast on his feet as he is with his instincts? I mean, when you can avoid tacklers like this, what are you going to learn from a guy like Dalton who faces a pass rush like this? It's the old guy. Yeah, well, he's had a month and a half to unlearn that nonsense, and now the kid waltzes into his first ever Monday night game with a national audience like he used to have every fucking Saturday for 3 years at Ohio and 5 primetime bowl games where he amassed a 13-3 regular season record and went 3-2, that's 60%, in bowl games. Look for this to be a close game all night that Justin Fields just may steal in the final minutes. As Fields proves, this squid's so pro. Because the squid... Take the Bears, the 6 you're getting. Those are Geno's picks. The Revolutionary War, because they're like, let's act like we want to keep these people.